Oops. Hi there. I know you're there. Hang on. Hey, we're live. Hi there. I'm Mike, and this is Centered Core and Glutes. And today we are going to have more of a glute-centric focus. But as with every single class that I do in this series, breathing and getting centered first are really, really important. And the reason for that is because your breath controls your energy. Your breath, the way that you breathe, really tells your nervous system what you are doing. If you're huffing and puffing, your body thinks, that you're running away from an animal or something like that. So you can really change your energy and how you feel by changing your breathing and your heart rate and controlling the amount of oxygen that you get into your bloodstream. So it's a really good practice to really, really just connect with that breath and to practice it and to learn methods to use to make your breathing even better. One method that I want to talk about today is called the Wim Hof method, and Wim Hof is this famous guy who has used his breathing to control all kinds of interesting things about his metabolism. Basically, like he sits in ice and all kinds of other stuff like that and doesn't shiver. And so look him up. But this is a breathing method that he has popularized. And basically, what you're doing is you're giving yourself 3 really deep but fast breaths. I'm sorry, not 3, 30 fast deep breaths, and then at the end of that, you do another deep inhale and exhale, and you hold it. And you hold for as long as you are able to before you feel like you really want to take another breath again. And then you take another big breath, and then you exhale again, and you hold for 10 seconds. And so that process has been called the Wim Hof method. And so we're going to do that today. And the reason that we're going to do that, and with that, that is a unit, basically, like if you're doing a set, that would be one set of, or one repetition of Wim Hof breaths. So this is the 30, and then the deep breath, exhale, and then another deep breath and hold for 10 seconds. We're going to consider that like one rep. And so today we're just going to do it one time. But when you practice that on your own, you might want to do it multiple times. Work your way up to 2 or 3 or 5 times doing that. And what you'll find, first of all, is it's going to get you oxygen high, which is kind of fun and nice. The reason we're going to do that today is to get you a little bit oxygen high, and then we're going to work your core and your glutes. And so that is going to be a real nice way to kind of get your body prepared for what we're going to do to it, and to get your energy prepared, get you really, really on board. So that being said, I'm going to count on my fingers because I'm going to do this with you. Okay, 10. Obviously, we're going to go through this 3 times. So ready? When you breathe, I want you to breathe in through your nose, expand your belly first. Okay, expand your belly and then expand your chest. In through the nose, sigh it out through the mouth with an expulsion of air. So, all right, we're going to do 30 in a row. And then the deep breath with the hold for as long as you can. And then another deep breath, exhale, and hold for 10 seconds. So ready? And hold for as long as you can. You can probably hold for a really long time right now because you flooded your system with oxygen. You're high on oxygen. You hyperventilated yourself, basically. That's what this method does, and it feels really good. I feel calm and centered. I don't feel like I don't have to take a breath. I haven't taken a breath in yet. Blow it all out. Hold. Still good. Take a breath in, blow it all out. Squeeze it out. Hold for 10 seconds. And breathe normally. So, yeah, that's really intense. If you did that with me, sorry for the, it's hard to count and breathe and think at the same time on camera. I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better every day, every time I do this. But yeah, if you played along and we were even close to 30, it should get you in an elevated state. You're getting yourself a little bit oxygen high with that method, and it's really good and fun, and I like it. And it's a good way to start off your exercise. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and get you moving. And like I said, it's going to be a little glute-centric today. We are going to get some core in there as well. But we're going to be joined by Jen in just a minute as well. And I'm going to go ahead and get you started. We are going to warm up with some donkey kicks. And I think that's a good spot for the camera. So here's what I want. I want you in quadruped position, just like this. Okay? And then once you feel like you're nice and stable, like rock your body back and forth a little bit and feel like you've got equal weight in each hand and each knee. Okay, and once you feel like that's a real good spot and that you're really, really stable, I want you to come down onto your forearms, just like this. And your gaze should be in between your wrists or in between your fists, maybe if you're a little higher up. Whatever feels good to you is fine. You know, we're not going to nitpick that a little too much. But what I want when you're in this position is for you to get in a spot that feels pretty comfortable and gaze in between your wrists. And you're going to keep your leg really, really bent. So the leg is bent like this. The foot is flexed. If you look at my right foot, this foot here, see how this foot is flexed? This is a pointed toe. I don't want this point. I want a flexed foot. Foot flexed, leg bent, and you're going to bring your heel up to the back of your head without changing any other position. So just like so. Squeeze the glute when you do this. There's number 2. This is to fire and activate your glute. Okay? This is 5. Keep going. 6, 7. Squeezing the glute every time. 8, 9, 10. Breath in and out. 11. There's 12. 13. Foot is flexed. Leg is bent. 14. There's 15. I'm going to shift my weight to that knee. And same thing on the other side. Keep the foot flexed. Keep the leg bent. Looking in between the hands right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's halfway. 9, 10. There's 11, 12, 13, 14. One more. Squeeze and relax. So what that does is that's a glute activating exercise. It really, really warms up your rear end. And it's a core builder. You're keeping this nice and straight and stable. And yeah, it's just a good exercise to start off with. It's a regression of a squat. So if your squat, you know, if your squat feels a little funky, you can try a lot of those donkey kicks in that position. And you notice too that I had you on your forearms instead of up here on your hands. And the reason for that is when you do a donkey kick like this, it's a lot easier to get this lumbar involvement, okay? And that's not what we're going for with that exercise. We're going for a glute activator, all right? There's a time and a place to move your lumbar like that. If you're doing yoga or something like that, and you're integrating your breathing with it, that's a different exercise. You know, so that's the reason why. That being said, next exercise is fire hydrants, is what I call them. Same position, right? This tabletop quadruped position, just like so. I want you to lift the right leg out to the side, and you're going to do circles forward. 1, 2, 3, like counterclockwise. 5, 6, 7, 8. Counterclockwise circles with your knee. 10, 11, 12. Keeping the rest of your body straight, squared up with the floor. 14, 15. Now reverse. 1, 2, 3. Great big circles like a dinner plate. 4, 5. Clockwise this time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. High. 13, 14, and 15.
The door not staying closed?
The door is not staying closed. That's why I put a dumbbell in front of it. Modern solutions for everyday problems. All right, so fire hydrants on the other side. Left side. You've got room. You can get over here and do some too if you want.
I don't want to be uneven though.
Well, that's true. All right, so left side. Forward circles first, 15. Actually, this is counterclockwise. Or no, this is clockwise. 4, 5, but it's my left side. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's 12, 13, 14, 15. And reverse.
Oh, wow.
1, 2, 3, 4,
I'm doing 15?
5, yeah. 6,
Brutal.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Good stuff. We did Wim Hof breathing at the beginning.
That's intense.
Yeah. Get a little oxygen high and then do core and glutes. That's fun.
Seriously.
All right. Next, our lunge. So you can start with forward lunges, one leg at a time, and 12. There's 2, 3, 4. For those of you who just joined us, this is Jen, my partner.
Hi.
And she has graciously volunteered to be my demonstrator for a few of my classes, which I really appreciate. It's hard to teach and do at the same time.
Other side?
Yes, please.
Oh, wait, did you say 12?
Yeah, 12.
Oh, shit. Shoot.
It's okay, you can pass.
I wasn't sure. Yeah.
I'll bring the camera up just a little bit. And Jen's taking nice, great big steps. You always want to take real big steps so that that front shin is really, really upright. You see how her shin is really vertical? in front. She doesn't have like a real angle on her shin. That's exactly what you want to keep your knee healthy and to really get your glutes engaged. So I need to move all of this stuff off of the bench. Bum, 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 bum. Next are single leg. So I don't know if I said at the beginning or not, but hopefully you guys have a chair or something nearby. I think I put it in the description that you need a chair or an elevated surface of some sort. We're going to use a weight bench because we've got one handy. What I want is called a single leg hip lift. So Jen's going to lay down with her butt right kind of at the edge of, you're going to lay on the floor face up. And she's going to scoot her butt really, really close to this. And she's going to put one foot on the flat on the top of this thing, or as flat as she can get it. And then she's going to point the other toe straight up.
Right.
And raise, yep, and do a hip raise, just like that. Perfect. 1, and just try to touch. Yeah, 2, 3. So she's really pushing through this heel. 4, 5. Nice work. There's number 6. And I want 12 of these on each side. 7, 8, and she's really, really squeezing her glute on the left side and pushing through her heel right now. Core is tight.
How many?
I want 12.
Ooh, I got a little hamstring cramp.
Yeah, you're using it. Same thing other side.
Oh, yeah. Woo.
You all right?
Yeah.
1.
Cramped up a little.
Yeah, 2.
Ooh, it really gets you right here.
Yeah, that's what we're shooting for. 3. Nice work. There's 4. 5. We're going to stretch a band, not for this class, but for you and I. I'm going to stretch a band across the front of the squat rack and have you do it with your leg on a band.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good.
That's brutal. You're always coming up with diabolical plans.
It's true. I like it. I think this is 9, yeah?
11.
11? Oh my gosh, I missed 2. There's 12. Nice
You were
work.
too busy planning.
Too busy planning. All right. And remember the thing that I called the booty blaster?
Wait, that was the combo move?
The combo move, the single leg deadlift followed by a single leg squat, Bulgarian split squat.
Boy.
Yeah, so Jen is going to get her rear leg elevated on that couch or, somebody else's back or whatever you've got handy that's about this high will work fine. If you're working it with a partner, somebody else's back is actually a lot of fun. Go ahead and hop out a little bit more with that right foot. There you go. And what she's going to do is she's going to keep her lumbar neutral. So she's going to keep her whole back really, really neutral. She's going to do a little hip hinge like a deadlift sort of movement. Nice and deep, and then she's going to come back up and she's going to do a split squat and almost touch the knee to the ground or just kiss the knee on the ground. And then that's a repetition. That's 1. And I want 10 of those. There's 2, and they're a little hard for our surface because we're actually on a gymnastics mat right here, so it's a little less even. That was 3, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
4, and I'm just putting weight on the bench right now to make it wobble a little bit less, I hope. Hopefully I'm not making it worse.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Is that 6?
That's 7.
Thank you. 3 more. There's 8. Nice.
Actually, I think that was 7. I lied.
Was that 7?
Wishful thinking.
8. 2 more. I know these are intense. There's 9, but they teach you how to use your hips really, really well. And make them real strong.
Ooh.
Nice work. So good. One, and really, really get that hinge. You should feel a stretch in your hamstring when you do this. So using that stretch and then squeezing it out. And then squatting. Yeah, beautiful. Is this number 4?
Yeah.
Thank you. Stretch, squeeze, squat. 5, 6. And so where she's really feeling the majority of the load here is the hamstring that's connected to the foot, obviously on the ground, and then the quad. So she's getting the hamstring and the glute here, and then she's getting the quad with the squat. And it's just it's a really good exercise. It's a good combo to flow together like that. It'll make you really, really strong and stable.
Ooh.
Nice work.
Woo.
Yeah.
Woo-wee.
Yeah. Pulse squats.
Okay.
I want 12 of them. Is this bar in your way? Should I move this bar?
No, it's fine.
Are you sure? Okay. So she's going down all the way, halfway up, all the way down, all the way up. And that's every one of those where she comes back up to the top is 1. And that's 4, 5?
5.
Thank you. That's half right there, number 6. And why it's important to get all the way to the bottom is because it engages more glute. When you're below parallel with the ground, when your thigh bone is at the point that it would be parallel with the ground, on your way back up, you're engaging a lot more glute. So those pulse squats really, really put more time under tension for the muscle for every rep, and it's a really good glute and hip strengthener. Marching bridges. So actually, I want you to do these with your back up on the bench.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So this is a progression. Do you want to show me a set on the just a couple on the ground? So if this is a really, really hard move for you to do, try it on the ground first. And if it's really, really hard, you'll want to try it on a bench. So she's just going to get up into a big bridge pose here, and then she's going to march and keeping her hips really, really high so that there's just a straight line from the knee all the way to the shoulder. That's what we're after in that top position, a straight line in the knee all the way to the shoulder and then marching. So go ahead and stop. So try that. If that's really, really hard, or you feel like that's a good challenge for 20, then stay to the ground. If you feel like that's easy enough that you want a bigger challenge, you want to move up like this. And she's
Do I stay like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Is that right?
Yep, perfect. And so her upper body could be on the couch, or once again a partner's back. I mean, there's all kinds of fun ways that you can fit this into your living room or your workout or whatever's going on with you right now, hopefully. On a chair.
How many am I doing?
I want 20. So tough.
That's 12.
She's pushing through her heels to keep her glutes engaged and to keep her hips high. And then as she raises her leg, she's really keeping her knee bent and her foot flexed. She's doing a great job. So strong. And this is a lot of core work too. It's a really good core exercise on top of it because you're keeping everything aligned. Anti-rotation work.
Woo!
Nice job. Flat on your back, feet up in the air, toe touches. So for this, she's just laying down flat.
Thank you.
And feet are straight up in the air. She's trying to keep her legs as straight as she can. And then she's gonna dorsiflex her feet a little bit and just little tiny crunches. And I want 60 of those. And the point is just to move a little tiny bit, you know, like an inch or two. Exhale out as you're stretching to reach for your toes. And that should give you a little tiny crunch here, but it shouldn't hurt in your back. The reason that your legs are up in the air like this is because it makes your hip flexors do, your hip flexors aren't helping with this. This is all abdominal this way.
40.
Nice job. 42, 43, 44, 45. This is a great pace. 47, 48, 49, 10 more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and
Woo!
rest. Nice job.
Whew.
And 40 dead bugs. So feet up in the air, hands up in the air. She's just gonna raise her right arm and extend her left leg out all the way, and then switch. That's number 2 and 3. And you see how she's making her body nice and long. Her head is flat on the ground. That's perfect. I want 40. If this hurts your back, give me 5 without. Give me 10 with less. If this hurts your back, you can just bend your knee a little bit. You see how she's just kind of bending her knee? She's not bringing her leg out so far. You have to adjust how easy this is for you. So if this feels really, really easy, you want to go full out like she was before. Go ahead and go all the way. There you go. This is the harder version. And you can keep a constant stream of motion too. You can take that little pause out of the middle if you want. You can also do less reps or more reps. But it's plenty hard as you get into the higher reps. It gets more obvious that it's hard work. What number is this?
27.
Thank you. 28. Are you starting to feel it?
Yeah.
29.
Open my low abdomen.
30. Yeah, that's what you're after. 31. 32. Really point your toes, get them long. 33. 34. Really reaching overhead too. 35. 36. Almost there. 37. 3 more. 38. 39. And 40. Nice work.
Whew.
Great job.
Right here.
Yeah. That's what you're after, those lower ones.
Yeah.
It's good stuff. I love that stuff. All right. Now we are back to donkey kicks. 15 each side. Halfway through. Perfect. Perfect timing. Halfway through, we're starting the second round. Yeah. So donkey kicks. See how Jen's back is nice and flat here? She's gazing right in between her hands or maybe her wrists. She's going to keep this leg really, really bent and the foot really, really flexed and just try to bring the heel to the back of her head. And she's squeezing this little spot right here. It's kind of like the spot where the bony connection is on the back of your hip there. And that's actually the insertion point for the glute max. And so she's really, really trying to focus her concentration and her energy on that spot when she's squeezing. And she's squeezing the glute every time that she's lifting the heel. She's not just doing the motion. She's actually using the motion as a way to flex the muscle, to contract the muscle.
Put your brain in your butt.
Yeah, put your brain in your butt. This is 5, yeah?
6.
6, thank you. There's 7. 8, and see how her toes are not pointed, like she's really, really trying to pull her toes towards her knees. That's real good to help to keep everything clenched in the way that we want. I don't know what number you're on anymore.
15.
Yeah, nice, good job. Next, fire hydrants. So extend the arms straight, back nice and straight and flat, and then she is going to do forward circles. 15 of those in each direction again. There's 3, 4, 5. So she's just going counterclockwise, like making a dinner plate circle, counterclockwise with her knee is what we're after. She's holding her core stable and tight. Her back isn't doing a whole lot of movement. It's all in the glute and the hip. Perfect. It's exactly what we're after. And then she reversed. So now she's doing counterclockwise. 15 in each direction. And then both sides, obviously.
Oh.
Yeah, it's so good. That's going to help your squat. It's good accessory work for squats, definitely. Hip mobility is super important. Hip mobility, internal and external rotation. This stuff, you can't do enough of this kind of stuff, honestly. If you've got time right now and your focus is on making changes to your body, this sort of stuff, you should not overlook it. Even if you're a skilled exerciser and mover, this is the kind of stuff that you want to do all the time, really. I don't do enough of it myself, honestly. I should do more. Yeah, so good.
Oh, man. The burn.
The burn is real.
Burn.
Booty burn. All right, we are back to lunges, and this time I want back and forth lunges. Make it extra good. So she's going to take a big step forward and then a big step back, but she's not going to catch herself in the middle.
Oh.
Yeah, big step forward, kick back, big step back.
That's hard.
Yeah, it's super hard. There's an oh shit moment in there too, where you feel like you're going to fall. But if you really just concentrate on what you're doing and breathe and keep the movement and keep everything as tight as you can, it works. Like you don't die. And it's perfect. And it's really, really good for the hip. That moment, 12 on each side.
Oh, man.
Yeah. What are you, 8?
Yes, 9.
Yeah. Nice work. You're doing the same leg over and over and over like this because it's time under tension. You're forcing more blood into the muscle. You're getting more bang for your buck by doing it this way. It's a good use of your time too. Back and forth lunges like this. You're doing reverse lunges. You're doing front lunges. You're doing them both together. It's good. You're such a trooper.
Okay.
Tough stuff. I love it. Today is booty-centric. To really, really get your glutes well, you want to work your hips real well too. You don't want to be imbalanced. It's important to, even if you really want a big butt for aesthetic reasons or for twerking or whatever it is that you're into, that you're trying to build your booty, you want to make sure that you try to keep it balanced so that the surrounding architecture is strong and can maintain, a good support structure for the fury of your rear end. Oh, nice job.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so good.
Killer.
They're so good.
Ooh.
That's a lot, too. You did so many.
Yeah.
Nice work.
Oh.
Catch your breath. Grab a sip of water at home if you need to. Did you bring your water bottle in, hon?
No.
No?
Okay.
Okay. Next are those single leg hip raises again on an elevated surface. So I'm just
my legs are getting jelly already.
Yeah, that's an appropriate response. So once again, she's just laying flat on the mat with her butt really, really close to the side of the, like the edge of the bench here. And then she's going to put one foot flat on the bench, and she's going to bring the other leg and point her toe and try to get really, really high and pushing through the heel on this side. There's two. You can use a chair. You could use a bench. You could use a step. If you have steps in your house, you could do this on the steps. It works really well. Front porch, back porch.
How many?
What did we do last time? 15?
No.
Was it 12?
I don't know.
I think it was 12. Let's do 12. You're doing 12. You're so good. You're so strong. So capable. I like it.
Oh.
This is real good if you're running from the cops. If you're leaping across stones in a raging river, this is a real good exercise.
Survival skills.
Survival skills, yeah. It's good for your explosive muscle tissue fibers. It's good for your core too. It's really tying everything together well.
Oh.
Nice work.
Whew. They're really getting me.
Yeah. It's good stuff. So, once again, rear leg elevated. She's going to keep her back nice and flat, chest out, shoulders back, and she's going to hinge and kind of lean into this right leg until she feels a stretch in the hamstring. And then she's squatting. So, stretch here and then squeeze it out, squat. Stretch, squeeze, squat. Is that 3?
Yeah.
There's 4. There's 5. Did I have you do 10 of these?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. There's 6. And if you've never done this before, give it a shot. 7. If you need to hold something for balance, that's okay. See how her front shin is very upright, very vertical, even in her squat. It's pretty darn vertical. That's what we're after.
Oh.
Nice work.
Whew.
I'm trying to figure out how to get multiple camera angles on the stream.
Oh.
One of these days I'll figure it out. This is number 4. Stretch, squeeze, squat. So it's a hip hinge, like a deadlift, and then a single-legged, like a Bulgarian split squat, basically. And the combination is just really killer because you're using the posterior chain a whole lot for the hip hinge, and then you're using your anterior, your quads, your quads, your hip flexors.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're using everything in that chain on the left side. Lots of core work too.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a good exercise.
Whew.
Pulse squats were next.
Okay.
So pulse squats once again are really to get the glute activation primarily. I mean, you're getting quad work as well out of them, but it's really more of an activated glute exercise. As she's getting down deep like this, the glutes are the primary mover to get her up. And then she's squeezing them real tight at the top too, and bringing her hips forward. And that's exactly what you're after. Honestly, the best thing to do is to try to use your rear end to grab your underwear and pull it up into your butt like you're. If you can visualize that and make that happen with your glutes, that's actually exactly the sort of activation that we're after.
12.
Yep. Making your butt eat your shorts is the goal.
Oh man.
Nice work.
Oh.
Excellent job.
Oh.
Yeah, they're so good.
Woo, my heart's pounding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Catch your breath for just a second, and then
Seriously.
marching bridges again.
Wait, didn't we just do those? Oh no, wait, with my back on the.
Yeah, with your back on the bench.
Yeah. Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Oh.
Okay, so she's got her back on the bench. The pivot point is right underneath her shoulder blades or scapula right now. Her body is nice and straight and long, and then she is keeping her hips really, really high, pushing through the heel on that side to really engage the glute, and then she's marching. And that's the point. I want 30 marches. I think it's 10 more than last time.
Yep.
Yeah. You're so gangster. I love it. Not even going to break a sweat, babe.
I am sweating too.
Are you?
A little bit. Feel right here.
A little bit, right?
See?
Oh my goodness, you do have you're shimmering. You have a shimmer. What number is that?
17.
Nice. Past halfway. 18. 19. 10 more reps. 21. 22. Nice and strong. Great job. 23. 24. 25. I love it. I like the power. 26. 27. Almost there. 3 more. 28. 29. And last one.
Oh,
like
man.
A boss. Great
Woo.
work. Booty and core.
Seriously.
Yeah. All right. Marching
core.
bridges, toe touches, and dead bugs. What time is it? I should be 12:46. Awesome. All right. So for the toe touches, she's flat on her back. Feet really, really straight. She's dorsiflexing her feet a little tiny bit and trying to crunch up just a little, like 2 or 3 inches, you know? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. I want 60. 26, 27, 28, 29. Halfway. 36, 37, just a little tiny crunch, little tiny exhale. I don't know if you can hear her breathing. You can hear her back more than you can hear her breath. What number is that?
52.
53, 54, 55, 56, almost there. 57, 58, 59, and done.
Oh.
Rest for a second, catch your breath.
Whew.
If you need to stretch, this is a good time to maybe get a little stretch in. She could flip over on her stomach if she wanted to and do like Sphinx or Cobra pose. This is Sphinx pose here. Let me change the angle just a touch. Ta-da! Sphinx pose. You can see her arms are kind of flat in front of her. The thing's in the way. Ta-da! Forearms flat on the ground, like so. That's a really good Sphinx pose. Nice job.
Thanks.
Yeah. And then Cobra pose, she's just going to extend and make space in her spine while pulling her chest up in front and trying to radiate out in front from that heart chakra out. Nice deep breaths in this position. It's a real good core stretch. And one more set of dead bugs. 40 again. You can do less at home. You can do less if you need to. That's okay. You can do less if you need to. That's okay too, because you're a trooper.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. But these are really, really easy for Jen. She complained to me the other day that they're too easy for her, so that's why we give her 40 instead of 30 today.
I should just never say anything.
Well, I don't want anything to be too easy for you ever, you know? I always want to keep you moving forward, babe.
The worst part about this is the thigh rub when I'm wearing shorts.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Got some thick thighs rubbing together.
We'll have to grease them up. Get you some Body Glide. That's the stuff you wear when you're running. You put it on like in between your thighs so that they don't rub together and give you a burn.
Yeah.
Or you guys, I was putting it on my nipples so I didn't get nipple burn on my shirts.
That's wild.
Yeah, it's terrible. 7.5 miles is when it starts to feel really uncomfortable on my nipples. I figured it out one day. Anything more than 7 miles and I need Band-Aids or Body Glide.
Pasties.
Yeah, pasties would work real well. Deodorant works really good too, actually. If you have deodorant, you just put deodorant on your nipples. Yeah. Male runner secrets. It's the friction of the t-shirt over your nipples that makes them burn. I never figured out whether it was worse with technical or cotton.
40. Oh.
Nice work. So good. All right. And then I want you to extend your arms overhead, extend your toes, extend your legs. Really, really reach. Pull your feet and your arms off the ground a little tiny bit and reach. And take a big breath in. And exhale and smoosh into the ground. And I want you to do that 5 times. So she's reaching really, really strong. Point the toes. Everything's up off the ground. Big breath in, exhale, and smoosh. This is number 3. And this is a really nice exercise to do, I feel like, after you're doing core. I feel like this is a really nice way to end it. This is number 4 right here. That practice kind of just melting into the floor at the end feels really nice. It's a good way to take yourself down a notch. And 5.
Goodness knows I need that.
You sure do.
Take me down a notch, please.
Yeah.
Oh, that is really good.
Yeah. So I feel like a good exercise stretch in this position would be to do a figure 4. So cross one leg over the other and then reach through and just grab and try to get your knee into your chest with a series of 5 or 6 deep breaths. You know, over the course of those breaths, you're just pulling a little more every time while you're exhaling. And maybe you don't get any further than this, and that's fine. Maybe you can get all the way to your chest if you're really, really bendy, and that's okay too. Just sort of explore your range of motion in there and explore relaxing those muscles that you're stretching. When you're stretching, you want to take your time. tell your nervous system that everything's cool and we're not in a hurry. Don't be in a hurry. She makes it look so easy. You do make it look so easy. Hey, Marissa, thanks for watching.
All the complaining helps.
All the complaining does help. It's true.
Having someone to complain at.
Yes.
Thanks for being my complaining vessel.
Well, thanks for letting me do these terrible things to you all the time. All right, and then I would say next, go ahead and sit up and spread your legs out, extend out like this at an angle, yeah, and just kind of leaning towards the one leg or the other, yeah, do one at a time. And if you want to grab your toes like this, you can. You can grab yourself here if you want, but the point is to try to just kind of relax and stretch into it. And once again, over the course of 5 or 6 deep breaths, go ahead and just move yourself a little bit further forward whenever your body feels like it's safe, you know. And maybe it's going to be more deep breaths for you. Maybe it's going to be 10 or 12, or maybe you know. Maybe it doesn't matter how many deep breaths you do. You can't get super far right now, and that's okay. You have to practice this over time sometimes if you're really tight. It takes work. It doesn't come overnight. It's like playing an instrument or doing art or anything else. You get better at it. And then go ahead and do the forward in between as well. Stretch really far forward. She's going to just try to maybe creep her hands a little bit further every time. And if you feel like you want to bring your feet further apart at any point, you could do that as well. And once again, 5 or 6 deep breaths. Just trying to creep down into a more of a stretch position. Walking the hands further and further away from the body, maybe. Opening the legs up if that feels good. How's that?
Great.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.
I feel pretty chill now after that.
Good. Go ahead and cross your left leg over your right with your foot flat on the ground right there. Yeah. And then take that elbow and push it against the front of that other direction. That way, yeah. And just kind of lean into that and kind of play around with your position and take 5 or 6 deep breaths while you're just sort of playing around with that stretch.
This is mainly targeting the twist, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not like pulling yourself real hard. You're just sort of exploring what the breath does to let it open up, Like I don't want this to be a forced push, kind of like, let's see how far we can stretch to that side if I really, really push myself hard. I want it to just be exploring the breathing and feeling what the breathing does to let you just sort of relax into opening it. If it feels really, really good and you want to give it a little bit of a push, you're welcome to do that too. Like I said, just sort of explore it a little bit. Sometimes I like to give myself that sort of a push and pull kind of tension on my muscles. How's that, good?
Yeah.
All right, I think that's good. Go ahead and maybe this is a good time for you to take a nice hot shower or a nice hot bath, or to maybe take a walk or get out in the garden, do something else that's a little bit chill and relaxing for yourself. And keep tuning in. I'm going to be continuing to do classes. I think my next class is tomorrow at noon Pacific Standard Time. That's Kettlebells for Yogis. And I haven't figured out exactly what we're going to do tomorrow yet, but it's going to be something really, really good that will help to complement your yoga practice. Like my stuff, share it with your friends, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Ritual Fitcraft. And if you want to give me a little bit of donation, you can shoot me money over at Venmo, Ritual Fitcraft as well. And keep tuning in and liking my stuff, sharing with your friends, etc. I really appreciate everybody watching. Have a great day. Thanks, Jen. I really appreciate you helping me today.
Of course. Thank you.
You're a rock star.